Hi, everybody. Welcome to another listen along. I'm your host, William, and I am joined today by Eichlers. I'm Ike from Eichlers, Ike of Eichlers, Eichlers himself.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Yes, we got it. We got the Eichlers high. There it is.
That's it. I can go home now.
Yep. Okay, stream's over. Thanks, everybody. Uh,
Plot
it,
twist. I am home.
oh, and so am I in your home. We're in different
What the?
rooms. No, thank you so much for being here today. I'm pretty excited about this. This is a new record of yours. It's hyper ska, which is like hyper pop ska. And if people don't know what hyper pop is, then well, you're in for a treat today because this is a good iteration of that sort of genre. I'm very fond of it. I want to get some things out at the top here. If you've never been to one of these before, then we are basically doing album commentary. I have artists, musicians, and stuff come onto the show, and we listen to their records, the things that they made, and we talk while they are playing. And we get commentary, things about the recording process, the writing process, that kind of stuff. Generally, anything anybody wants to talk about. It doesn't even necessarily have to fully be locked into like we have to talk about this album and like whatever. We can go on tangents, it's fine, but it's a good time. And I've done a lot of these, and if you're interested in checking any of those out, I have a playlist on the Second Glass Beach channel on YouTube. It's called the Second Glass Beach channel, and that playlist is called Listen Along. You can also find that with the bit.ly, which is bit.ly/listen along YT, capital L, capital A, capital YT. Listen along YT, capital L, capital A, capital YT. Capitalization is important for Bitleys, if you didn't know that. I'm going to pull up a thing here. Boom. So first, I like to visit the band's website or Bandcamp. Today, I will be able to do that because I have set it up. And then I will encourage you to purchase the album and some merchandise. I agree with your yay, by the way. I agree.
Thank you.
And I really do want to encourage people to buy the record if you can, and some merch. It's important to support people whose work you like. Am I right? And then after that, we're going to move on to opening a streaming provider, because the big thing about this stream is that I do not play the music live on stream, for copyright purposes, and also to encourage you, the listeners, to check out these artists yourself and to look them up on wherever you listen to music, and maybe give them a little follow, because you can follow people on streaming music platforms. You can do it. I've done it. I've done it to Eichlers. I'm following you on the Green Music app. I've done it. Anyway, so pull that open. You must. Because then we will move on to a countdown, which is I'll give a 3, 2, 1, go. That wasn't it, but that's what it's going to sound like when I do it. And you'll hit play on go with me. So 3, 2, 1, go. That wasn't it. But when I say go, we'll all hit play. And I'll be synced up with you. You'll be synced up with me. Eichlers will be synced up with all of us. It'll be a good time. And we will listen to the record start to finish, no stopping. So make sure you got shuffle turned off. Make sure if you're someone who enjoys crossfades for whatever reason, turn those off. I don't know. And we'll get to a little bit like of how you can get back on track later. The last thing I want to say here is exclamation point listen in the chat. Exclamation point listen will bring up 2 links. The first one is the smart URL for Eichlers that has links to where you can buy the album and where you can stream the album. And then the second one is just a link to the Bandcamp so that you have it directly there so you can be making the good decisions on purchases and whatever you have that is good for you. We got some people in the chat here. We got Eichlers. Oh, hi, Eichlers.
What the?
And then we got, Hey, I Love You is here, which I'm assuming is Caleb.
Yeah.
Wait, Hey, I Love You. Is it? Caleb, aren't you on tour right now? You're on tour, right?
They're hella on tour right now. Yeah.
And they say, hey, pick it TF up, I see. Which I can only assume means the fuck, right? Pick it the fuck up. We
The
have
fuck up.
Orpheus the Lost Mind. I love your band's music, a nice fusion of techno and indie rock. It's wonderful. I can't, that might be for me, but maybe it's for you. I don't know.
I was assuming it was for you. I have very little indie rock influence
Yeah,
in my current music. Historically, yes. Currently, no.
yes, yeah. And maybe they're just a big fan of your older stuff.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. We got more people. Swamp Child gave us the exclamation point listen there in the chat. Thank you, Swamp Child. And we got Goes by Jay says, yo, wonderful. And Mega Wave Makes Music is in here saying, giving us a
With
little
the
high.
eichlers high
The Eichlers
emoji,
high.
yeah,
Oh, is that what that is?
yeah. It's whatever. I mean, I'm like pretty new to Twitch, but if yeah, they have like custom emojis. Megawave streams
Yeah.
every Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Do
Wow.
the custom emojis have a name? Are they like Twitch emojis or
They're
something?
emotes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, they're Twitch emotes, custom emotes. Not Canadian Moose says, hi, didn't see this was happening until now. Sorry, I'm late edition. You're like 5 minutes late.
Oh, yo, I mean, hi, Scott Morphsuit dude. Shout out.
Oh, Scott Morph Suit. Wow.
We were tearing it up together at the Anaheim show that I played with We Are the Union and Half Past Two.
Oh, cool.
Thinking the
I
whole time in the pit, it was awesome.
wait, not Canadian Moose. Were you also at Ska Dream in LA? Because I went there to see Jeff Rosenstock do Ska Dream and I saw someone in a Ska morph suit. So I mean, I'm sure more than one person has decided to do that. It was you. Oh my gosh. I
That's
saw
why he
you.
is the Ska Morphsuit dude.
Wow. Okay.
I love the picture that Jer posted at that show, like of just like a sneaky shot of Ska Morphsuit dude and just said thank you for your service.
Yes.
It's really good.
I'm gonna go to a screen where we can see you now because we're talking a
Okay.
lot. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Okay, here we
I
are.
can shut up if that's easier.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go to the screen where we can see you, and I need you to stop talking.
Okay, perfect. You got it.
Okay, cool. So here we actually have the Bandcamp up. I'm just gonna adjust that. Yeah, and I'm gonna take a look at the Bandcamp here for a little while because you got some nice vinyl here for my checkered future.
Indeed. Shout out Bad Time Records.
Yeah, we got a hyper pink. We got high C yellow, like the beverage. Wow.
And the greeting. Everything you could ever want in one.
Yes. I want to ask you about this album cover. So it's a photograph. Who took it?
Mike from Bad Time took the photo
Oh, really?
and
Okay.
did the editing. Yeah, there's this really cool, like, I don't, abandoned's not the right word, like ex-Navy base in Alameda, where we went and shot the Things You See in Me video and all like the promo shots for the album. And there's this like one lot that looks like across the bay to San Francisco. And we waited until like golden hour and we both like agreed that with the energy of the record, need like a jumping shot. And like jumping
Yeah.
is like one of my favorite, like just basic human things to do. So he like got that amazing shot and he took it and he's just like, dude, you got to come look at this. And I ran over and we're just, that's the one. It's fucking perfect.
Wow, that's awesome. It is great. It is perfect. It's an incredible shot.
It's really fucking cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I encourage people again, purchase the album, get the vinyl. Vinyl's great. Vinyl's great. I'll say it.
Vinyl is great.
Vinyl is great.
They took a while to come. We had some mix up with the pressing plant, but they are here. They are shipping and they are glorious. One of my coworkers bought one and he brought it into work with him the other day. And that was like, and he opened it in front of me. And I hadn't held a copy of my record yet. I have the test press, but I hadn't like been able to go over to Mike's house to like get one of my own yet. So that was my first time like holding my child.
Oh my gosh.
And it was so fucking cool.
That's
like literally a dream come true.
Yeah, that's amazing. I also love that your like coworker did that because I every job I've ever worked, I've like kind of hid the fact that I'm in a band
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
The job I have right now, the one of the qualifications is that I am a musician and play music. So all my coworkers are the same. So and they're all like into my stuff. My boss like pre-ordered the record.
Oh my
My other coworker
gosh.
did. Yeah, it's
Wow.
amazing. I'm
That is
very, very
amazing.
lucky. And none of them are like, the type of punishing coworkers that I'm sure you've had in the past that all of us musicians have had, like, hey, rock star, how's it going?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Where you're like, I do not want to talk about what I do for fun in front of you. You're just gonna
Yeah.
punish me for it.
Or like when you're asking for time off to go on tour and everyone's like, "Oh, Williams going on a big rock star tour. Don't forget
Yeah.
about us when you're all big and famous," like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I will forget about you, and I won't even have to be big
I've
and famous to do it.
I've literally forgotten about every coworker who said something like that to me. So joke's on them.
Ha. Psych. I don't have to be famous to forget about you. Okay.
I
I'm
can
gonna
do
move
plenty of
on.
forgetting on my own.
Yeah, I've forgot this entire conversation. Where am I?
Who are you?
All right, I'm going to the listening screen. We're gonna gear up to get this listen along in action here. So all of the audience members, here is a call. I will do one more call to open a streaming provider. If this is you're just coming in, we don't play the music live on stream. You'll see over to this side of the screen. It says what's happening. Listening to music. The music won't be on stream. Pull it up yourself and listen along. And then down below, this is the important bit. I have the current song that we're on and the timestamp. So if you ever get off or anything like that, you just have to look below and you can see the song and where we are in the song, and hopefully you'll get close enough to syncing back up. If you're watching this on YouTube, I mean that you can pause stuff and it's not a problem. But if you're watching this on Twitch, it's a little bit more of an issue if you get off. So hopefully that will help you. I'm gonna go back to the chat here really quick because I saw some people. Trickster Wish says the elusive Mighty Morphin Ska Suit Ranger. You know what? Power Rangers needs a Ska Suit Ranger. They do. And not Canadian Moose. It could be you. It could be you. I have trained.
This is your shot.
I've trained with someone who was a Power Ranger. I've done it.
Trained to do what?
I trained fight combat choreography.
Oh, tight.
Yeah.
That's
I
amazing.
have. So I did that. I have no connection to that person whatsoever. Also, at the climbing gym that I went to a long time ago, the original Blue Ranger Billy was at the gym and was being flooded by people. And I was like, oh my
I'm
gosh.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That was before the pandemic though. I don't really go to indoor climbing gyms anymore, unfortunately, but it's just
No Power Ranger sighting since.
yeah, no Power Ranger sighting since.
That is a
None,
goddamn shame.
unless they appeared in my house. Yeah, other than that, I
Oh God,
probably
they're
won't.
here.
Oh no. And if a Ska Suit Ranger appears in my room while we're doing this, I'll be thrilled and also probably will die. That's a nightmare and also my greatest dream. Okay, looking at some more chat here. Modal Joe. I think this might be for me. Y'all found your music through Spotify like half a year ago, and I'm in love with it. Y'all are amazing. And thank you. I appreciate that. And encourage you to check out Eichler's music if you haven't. And
Thanks.
yeah, and then I think we're getting to that point. I'm going to give second call. This is the last call. Last call to pull up a streaming provider. You must pull up a streaming provider. You can use the Green Music app. I will be not happy about it, but I am.
You don't have to stream at home, but you can't stream here. That's what last call means, right?
Yep. Yeah, it means get out of here and stream. And I'll end stream. And you can use
But also, please stay and listen.
please, you must. If you don't stay and listen, then it's just Ike and I sitting here riffing back and forth, and it will be meaningless. This is it.
Modal Joe has a really good username. That just like rolls off the tongue. That's really cool.
Yeah, I screwed it up the first time I said it, but then once I got it right, it is very good. Is it like modal, like music?
That's how I'm taking it. And I realized that I know like a guitar shredder guy whose name is Joe, and I'm gonna start calling him Modal Joe. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh my gosh, he'll love it.
He'll be like, stop. And I'll be like, okay.
You're like, wow, that's amazing. I would love it if you just called me Joe.
I've never heard that before, and there's a reason for it.
No one should say that. All right, Modal Joe says kinda. I got it off.
Oh, Modal Soul, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's a
modal kind
classic.
of does mean average, so average Joe. There's layers to that.
You're like an onion, Modal Joe.
Yeah, you're like an ogre-sized onion. Have we stalled enough, do you think? Do you think it's
Up to
time?
you. You're the stream captain.
That's true. It's me. Aye.
This listen along is going to be really fun because overnight I took down the original cut of the album and replaced it with the Nightcore version. So it's only
Oh,
going to be 10
good.
minutes instead of 20. So
You know, I like hearing new, fresh
when
stuff.
can you miss it?
Great. Okay, chat, you have had your chance. Again, thank you, Modal Joe, for the exclamation point listen. That brings up the first link is a smart URL for wherever you can find and listen to the album. That's a good place to start because you have to open a streaming provider. Here I am giving a second last call. How fortunate for all of you. And this is it. I'm going to pull up mine right now and we're going to get going. Are you ready, Ike? I can't hear you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you called me the stream captain earlier, and that was the first thing that came in my head. I'm just like, I guess
wonderful.
I'm that.
What if we just like fade to black for a sec and then come back and we're both dressed in Patchy the Pirate costumes? That'd be crazy.
Well,
I'm sorry I spoiled the surprise. I know we weren't supposed to talk about
click. No, if it just crossfaded and we were like suddenly wearing the costume, that would be pretty ridiculous. What? Something just fell behind me and it scared me for a second.
Was it Polly the Parrot?
It was I see. I was afraid it was the Ska Morph Suit Ranger. Yeah. Okay, we're
said
good.
his name too many times.
Yes, I have said it at least 3 times. It's true. That's funny. Modal Joe made the same joke. The Ska Suit Ranger is in your house. They're in your walls.
Yeah, there we go. Modal Joe's tapped in.
Okay, we're doing it. I'm going to do the countdown. Again, I'm going to start with 3. I'm going to count down. And when I say go, so it'll be, this is a practice one. This is not it. This is practice, but I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1, go. And we'll all hit play on go. So 3, 2, 1, go. That was also practice. That wasn't it. I'm about to do it.
Oh my. I'm shaking. I've never heard this album before.
Yeah. Oh, really? It's pretty good.
I've heard mixed things.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I think you've heard wrong because it is just good.
Oh.
I do mean that. I'm saying it like a joke, but I mean it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is My Checkered Future by Eichlers. And the first song is High, album edition. My Checkered Future by Eichlers. First song is High, album edition. 3, 2, 1, go.
Even like just I've sat on these songs for so long, and every time that Real Big Fish sample hits, it's so funny to me.
I just love how you start this record. Like with the, I think I just wrote a fucking hit. It's like, it's so good.
Yeah, like that line is like supposed to be super tongue in cheek because I'm not like a hella like boastful person, but I was like, how Like, how goofy is that to just like obviously referencing the Real Big Fish song that I'm sampling, and just like that as the opening line of a record is the funniest thing in the world to me.
And this is Drive You Crazy. So how did
Modal
you
Joe says,
come to the hyper ska as like a genre that you were gonna be attempting? I guess I don't know.
I just through like listening to like all the fucking emo rap stuff, like so much of that is built on like samples of just nostalgic shit, and like ska for people in our demographic is like a very nostalgic thing. And I was like, what if I took those things and like blended them together? And around the same time, I was like getting into hyperpop, like 100 gex and like the like 2018 to 2020, like Charlie XCX stuff,
Oh yeah,
um, Umru and Young Skirt and all that, like very high energy. And I was like, this just makes so much sense with ska.
it is a
And it
it's like a
just,
perfect blending. It is actually. It works unbelievably well.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very pleased. And I was like, why is no one else doing this? And even then, like every time I'm like talking about my shit on TikTok or whatever, where there's new people hearing my stuff, they're like, this is just Stupid Horse by 100 gex. And it's like, yeah, that's like a hyper pop ska song, but I don't think my shit sounds anything like that or anything like 100 gex.
Yeah.
So when people are like 100 gex already invented hyper ska, it's like they don't sound anything alike.
Yeah. If anything, Stupid Horse is the closest. Just because it has an emphasis on the upbeats, but that's like it.
Right.
And this is Things You See in Me, which I do want to say, I can't believe you faded out the second song. You did a fade out 2 minutes into your album.
Love
That's
a fade out.
amazing.
That was I was like watching some like music, like no songwriting like YouTube video a few years ago, and they were like fade outs are proven to be more engaging for the listener and like keep people like tapping their foot and nodding their head. And I was like, oh, the song's like pretty short and has a groove. What if I try a fade out? Will that make it like more fun and engaging? And I think the answer was yes. It just happened that ended up being the second song on the record.
Yeah, I've been missing a couple things from the chat. Them saying, "Not Canadian Moose." I don't know what song this was for, but they said this might be my favorite song on the album. So fun to drive to. Muddle Joe says, "I burst out laughing when I heard sellout trumpets."
Yeah, that's the intended effect. Good. I'm glad.
Also, Not Canadian Moose says, also that check my phone ping is like my favorite 2 seconds of the album.
I'm so glad when my friend Chris Palowich, who mixed it, every time we would get to that part, he would like check his phone because he kept thinking it was like his phone. And he would just like shoot me these looks like, I was like, it's there. It's coming. You've heard it so many times.
Yeah. How many of the instruments do you play?
What do you mean?
Like, I just mean like, is everything a sample? I just mean like the guitars and stuff.
Oh, all the guitars are live. All the horns are live. I played the guitars. The trumpet was done by Chris Grau from Loser. And the trombone was Bob Vielma from Fuss, Shinobu. But he also raps as Boboso,
Oh,
who's
cool.
on later on the album. Yeah, he played all the trombone, but everything else is samples except for
Cool.
the guitar and the horns. Yeah,
Sweet.
or like samples, MIDI instruments.
And this is Nickel City,
This is Nickel City. This
featuring
seems to be like this.
Omnigon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this seems to be like the sleeper hit from the album. People, I feel like the first week that this came out, everyone was like, Nickel City's the best song on the record. And I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah. I like the flow of that line. This like Sha-da-da-da-da-da. That like little triplet
I would
like Phil. Yeah.
totally. Thank you. I wanted to like do something that would sound like if Migos were doing a ska song.
Yep. Yep.
And I was really really pleased with how well it worked out. Yo, cool Chris in the chat.
Hi, Mega Friends.
Also, Adam's verse on this song is so fucking good. My God, dude just brings it.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's just like
It
shouting the
was
whole
it,
time. Ah!
oh totally. Yeah. Oh, and like when I first like got his vocals for the song, I was like, "What do you want?" Like effects wise, he's like, "Oh, just throw some distortion on it. It should be good." And then like the record comes out, and he was giving me shit for not putting auto tune on his voice. It's like, dude, you told me you didn't want anything on it. He's like, "Well, now
Oh.
I changed my mind."
It sounds good though. It sounds good as it is.
I think so. Yeah, and I think it's a cool contrast to my silly auto tune yelping
Yeah. And this is 99 resolutions with a Z.
with a Z. If anyone can guess what that title is a reference to, I will laud you with praise and highs.
Nope.
Fair.
Oh, I love this hook.
Thank you.
And this
There's
is
some like
featuring Tape Girl.
yeah, I love Tape Girl. She's like one of my like favorite modern artists right now. Just everything she does is so cool and just so inspirational. And I've like heard some of her unreleased stuff. She's like working on some New Jack Swing shit too. It's amazing. Megawave Music says 99 red balloons. Nope. Sorry. There's a Sprainer drum fill in there for the real heads.
And this is I Need Hep Immediately.
It's so funny. It was like 2 weeks after the record came out, Mike Sosinski finally realized, Mike from Bad Time finally realized like what that was a reference to.
See, I don't know what that's in reference
Do you know
to.
what? Oh, word. There's a song on 1000 Gex called I Need Help
Oh,
Immediately.
oh my God. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that's so obvious too.
It's so fucking funny.
Mhm.
And like I feel like it's not just like a goofy title, it like kind of ties into because this song is like the dancey skanking song. I felt like every third wave record that like I was influenced by always had a dance song where it was mostly just or I guess some two-tone records had that too, where it's mostly just instrumental and then just like passage of vocals.
Yeah, I there's something very almost spooky about the synth on this, like the keys.
Interesting. Yeah.
To me, it feels if it's like almost Halloween-y like esque to me.
A little I could hear that, yeah. I was doing my best. I think I combined a couple of synth sounds to try and get like as close to like a Hammond organ or whatever the real ska
Oh,
piano
sure.
is. I'm glad that spooky was the outcome.
I love that guitar sound.
Thank you. Yeah, I took the original ska guitar and pitched it down an octave.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't even notice
it's
it. I was gonna say it sounds kind of like trashy, like almost. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. I feel like it works in the song's favor. I was a little worried at first, but I think it like adds to the groove.
And this is honestly so sick with Boboso.
Boboso. Mike from Bad Time really wanted this song to be one of the singles because I think this is his favorite song from the record, which is so funny to me because I don't think this song is single material at all. But he was like, "This is the catchiest song on the record." I was like, "Is it?"
It's pretty catchy coming in with the like what glockenspiel.
Yeah, I think it's a marimba. I don't remember. It's been
Okay,
so long.
I think it could have been a single. It says Mega
Okay.
Wave.
Well, but the single choices were very strong. Thank you.
I mean, this part is extremely catchy.
You think?
Oh my
Interesting.
gosh, yes. And this beat switch right here.
I'm pretty proud of like how hard that tempo change hits. I feel like it's pretty sick. Honestly, so sick.
I love that. The hook is so good. Like I know why people think this could totally be a single, but I also understand like it does so many like tempo changing and like it is so like it moves through a lot of like different phases that I understand. I think that could be like almost like whiplash for a single, but it is very good.
Totally. Thank you. I feel like it works better in the context of an album. I think like having some strong ass album tracks is more important like after the fact than like
Mm.
having than like it being a single. I don't know. Does that make sense?
And this is Buddy Icon, and that makes sense to me. It does. Uh, Scott Punk says, "When's the last time you listened to your album, Mike?" Obviously, before this, right now. Ha ha ha.
It's been a little while. Couple weeks maybe. I like kind of unfortunately kind of burnt myself out on it. Like right when it came out, I just listened to it like all day long for like 3 weeks.
I
So
love
just
that.
so excited that it was out. And then like,
Yeah,
oh, okay. Ooh.
there are yeah. I've talked to a lot of other artists who like don't really like listening to their oh here's the JR feature. But I like that you like listening to your music.
Yeah, I feel like yeah.
Got I got my Ska Against
Yeah.
Transphobia shirt.
Shout out. And you cropped it, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Amazing. So cool.
I I
There we
had
go.
to.
You got it. Got to flex a little bit. Damn.
Damn. Who's the vocal here? Is that just you pitched or is
That's
this
me. Yeah. Yeah, I
Wow.
like.
It really doesn't sound like
Yeah,
you.
thanks. Yeah, that's Lil Ike.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, yeah, it's my like attempt to imitate like the Lil Kid vocals that Brockhampton does on the Saturation series. Because I just think there's just something like so emotionally gripping about like putting like singing in that timbre,
Hmm.
especially like juxtaposed to like regular vocals.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. This is whole lot of rude.
That's what I was gonna call the record, and then I wasn't. I felt like it was too much of like a topical thing, like at the time. Like I don't think by the time the record came out that would have been as funny anymore. But the title itself was still so funny that I had to use it somewhere.
Yeah, I think this one has also gone over my head.
Playboy Cardi's Whole Lot of Red.
Oh my gosh. They're so obvious when you like start explaining them, but I'm like, oh, okay. All right. That's okay. That's so funny. That's so obvious. That's both of them. Both of them.
Modal,
As soon as you said them, I was like, oh my gosh.
yeah. Modal Joe, yes, it was exactly what you thought it was.
And then this one falls apart. Here at the end is just like, grow. And then we go on to the final track, My Checkered Future.
Just like that victory lap. I don't know why, but this intro always makes me think of Mario Kart.
Interesting. See that? Reminds me of a phone ringing. Like, or
Oh, interesting.
or it's
Ooh,
like,
okay.
yeah, Scott Punk International says, yeah, Rainbow Road vibes. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, there's this like really cool like hyperpop collective called Medieval Slimes, and the last song on their record is called Rainbow Road. Maybe that's why I'm thinking that. That record's so good. Oh my God. Oh, who's that?
It's this little feline is Luna. It's my partner's cat.
Oh, Luna. Oh, there Luna is.
My checkered feline.
Love it. This song was really fun to do live.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like realize it was just like really easy to sing compared to all the other songs because like all these songs I just like wrote in my bedroom like pre-pandemic or like during the beginning of the pandemic, and I didn't like have a chance to play any shows or like test them out at all before I put them on the record. So like the brief run of shows that we did at the beginning of April, that was my first time playing a lot of these songs live, and this song was always super fun. It's just got the right energy. It's danceable. It's got a big sing along. Like I said, it's easy on me.
Mm-hmm. How do you perform these? Is it just you, like with a DJ, or?
Yeah, it's just me and my friend Gregory, aka Old Phone, on the Wheels of Steels.
Yeah, that's
And
our mutual.
yeah, that's right. I forgot y'all know Gregory. Yeah, they're the
All right,
best. I love them so much.
that's the album. There it
Woo!
is. We did it.
Piece of cake. 20 hot minutes.
Yeah. All right. And so now the Nightcore version, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Back to
One, two,
back.
three, four.
Whoa. Well,
I
thank
think
you
I
so
just
much
want to
for
forget
doing
it.
this. Yeah.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, you do you have like shows or anything coming up? Is there anything you want to talk about? Let people know, maybe to check out.
um, yeah, I'm playing Fest in October. It'll be my first
Right.
time going to Fest, especially playing Fest. Like that's another dream come true that Bad Time has helped out a lot with. Me and Dynastic are going on a 2-week tour in the middle of July. We're going to be going out to Chicago and back. We haven't like officially announced it yet, but it's not going to be like a whole big thing. It's pretty DIY. I was making the poster right before we started this stream, so that should be really fun.
Wow. I
Yeah,
mean, that's awesome. Like, and I mean, good luck too. Like touring right now for sure is there's a lot that can go wrong in there, but it's like it's still
yeah.
I if people can do it, I think it's still worth it. And I just I wish you all the best with that. Like safety and
Thank you,
health and everything for everyone
thank you. Yeah,
involved.
I kind of realized like how much could go wrong the other day, and just kind of ruined my day just thinking
Yeah.
about it. So,
Yeah, it is hard when like, you know, so many other bands like on tour right now. You just see like a lot of tweets or anything of people like, you know, having their stuff stolen or having their van break down, and it's like a lot of this stuff doesn't even have to be COVID related. And it is
right.
like a lot, but it's good and people find ways through it. And like Arcadia Gray, are you familiar with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they when they were on their tour, they like came and stayed at our place here in LA, and they rolled up in their van and it broke down like in our driveway.
Holy shit.
Yeah, if we felt so bad. It was like,
It's
and
awful.
then
Oh my God.
yeah, and then they were like stranded here for like 3 days. It was, but then they got back on the road. They got the van working again. They got back onto their tour. I mean, it moves forward. People, you know, life find a way as life finds a way as the what is it, Malcolm, Jurassic Park.
I believe so. Yes.
We can all do
So,
it.
so much wisdom.
So much wisdom. Yeah. Oh, Nakane Moose said that, by the way, that song killed live. My checkered
Thank
future.
you. Yeah, that one was super fun. That's like specifically the show that I was thinking of when I was saying like how great that song was live. That's the Chain Reaction show is the one that really stood out for that track.
Megawave Music says this is a cool concept. Never watched one of these. Yeah, I do. I do them a lot. I mean, I think this is like the 35th one that I've done, something like that. So if you're interested, the rest of them are on YouTube in a playlist called Listen Along on the Second Glass Beach channel. And I can even type the bit.ly in the chat for you really quick. Listen along, YT. And this one will also go into that playlist in the near future as well. As soon as I make a thumbnail for it.
The Near Checkered Future.
Yeah, the near checkered future. Your next one, your next album. My distraught checkered past. My
mixed bag of a checkered present.
My past participle checkered. Wait. I started with the time. My modal checkered present. There we go.
Hey, there we go.
Modal Joe coming in again.
Joe.
Very
Coming
involved
through.
in a very beautiful way. Mwah. There
Appreciate
you go.
Modal Joe. Appreciate you so much.
Trickster Wish says, by the way, I wish you luck on your impromptu traveling, buddy. I hope it's smooth sailing. Yes.
Hey, thanks.
I agree. Okay. Well, if that's all, any last things, or are you good?
I'm good. Yeah. Just follow me. I'm on social media everywhere at eichlers __ EICHLERS.
I have it up there.
It's in here? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I have it up
there. Oh, hey,
and,
look, there it is.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So you can check that stuff out. Was eichlers _ taken?
Yes. Maybe. I don't remember. I know that just eichlers was taken, and I was like, 2 underscores is cool. My wife also had 2 underscores in her username, so
Oh,
I
okay,
was like,
cool.
oh, that'll be fun. Yeah.
Wow. And here we are ending the stream, and I didn't even know you were married.
Ta-da!
Isn't that fun? Okay, well, I'm going to go to a screen where they can't see you anymore. I'm going to end out the stream. By the way, Not Canadian Moose says hi, buy edition. Very good.
Hi.
Very good. Buy album edition, except when it plays, it's just a distorted version of Sellout Trumpets. Modal Joe. In it again.
Modal Joe. All-star
Okay.
of the chat.
Thank you again, Ike. Yeah, I'll
Bye,
say bye
y'all.
to you off stream.
Okay.
And now I'm going to go to this window. There they go. There's Ike. He's gone forever. Thank you all for being here, for checking this out. I do a few of these every once in a while, and they're not very consistent these days because my schedule is kind of all over the place. But I know for a fact that I have at least one more lined up right now. That it's let me pull it up because I've forgotten when. I've forgotten when it is. It's with Tree River. And it's soon. Oh, baby. It is soon. Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. So Tree River, listening to their new record. I'm a big fan. It's very good. And you can check that out, and I'll be doing that here. That should be it. You can check everything else out. I have a Twitter for this. It's @_listenalong. So I don't use that for anything else. I don't retweet like superfluously. So if you are interested in keeping up with this show, the artists that I bring on, and when this particular episode will go up on YouTube, if that's something that you are really interested in, then give that a follow and turn on notifications. I promise I will not be using it for anything but like just notifying people about the show. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna snag myself a thumbnail like really quick. Just where I'm like, what's a good way of looking while I'm listening to this album? If I'm like that face, or like a...
That works. Yeah, there we go. That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay, great. I'll end this out, and then I can say goodbye to Ike, and we can all go about our days. So, also for me, hi, bye edition.